Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this second part of this video, I'm going to discuss with you regarding tips and tricks for the preparation of the GPAT examination. I'll discuss that what are the points to be considered while preparing for the GPAT examination, how should you start your preparation, how should you continue with your preparation, and all those things I'll discuss in this video. Before that, if you have not watched the first part of this video, I would like to request you to take a pause, go back and first watch my first part of this video and then come back to watch this video. So proceeding with the tips and tricks for the preparation of GPAT examinations, and before starting the video I am telling you that if these tips and tricks you follow while preparation for your examination, it can guarantee you 100% success in the GPAT examinations and you can easily crack it. So what are the points to be considered while preparation? First thing is that practice makes the man perfect. You have to practice more and more MCQs, more test papers you have to practice for preparation of the GPAT examination. How often? At least one question paper set you should solve per week. Okay, one question paper per week you should at least solve, and if you solve that one question paper per week, it will be a magical thing for you, because when you solve each one paper each week while going for the GPAT examination, it won't feel you like any new kind of thing, examination or environment of anything. Second thing is being familiar with the software and exam pattern. I already explained you the examination pattern, that is the distribution of marks and all those things. But being familiar with the software, as I already told, it is a computer based test and there will be a software in which you will be giving the examination. So how you become familiar with the software? For that I would like to suggest you that go online. I'll give you a link in the description box. There are various websites which provides paid or free tests for the GPAT examination preparation. Their interface is similar to that the interface of the actual software used while giving the examination at the examination center, how it is taken. So even if you give one or two tests there online practice test, you will be completely familiar with the software, and then while actually giving the test at the examination center, you can take advantages of the software, of all the peculiar features of the software which others can't. Definitely if you are not familiar with the software, the assistant or the examiners present out there will help you out to be familiar with the software, but in that case you will be just adjusting with the software. But if you are already familiar with the software, you will take advantage of those softwares. Then third thing is you should have good knowledge of the syllabus. I'll also mention a link to the syllabus copy. You can download the syllabus copy for the GPAT examination from there. Basically it is a 2020 syllabus, but it doesn't change year to year. It is a basic set of syllabus, and even if changes, there will be minor changes. But don't get panic by looking at that syllabus, because that syllabus is a huge file. It is a 56 pages file, but it only consists of all the information compiled from your existing syllabus, that is what you study in 4 years. From that only they are gonna ask the questions. Next thing is dedication and belief in yourself. You should have a proper dedication towards preparation for the GPAT, and you should have belief in yourself that you can qualify GPAT. When you have that level of dedication and belief in yourself, despite you being a average student, despite you being a scholar, or despite you being a below average student, still you can qualify GPAT if you give your dedication and you have belief in yourself. Next thing is basic concepts should be clear. As I mentioned in the earlier parts, that since the NTA has started conducting examinations, they are looking more for your basic concepts. They are trying to understand that how much your basics are clear. They are not particularly more focusing on the muggification of the data, that how much data you can muggify. No, they are focusing more on your basics. They are asking more question conceptually. So hence, if your basics are clear, you can easily crack more number of questions. You can solve and crack the GPAT examinations. And for this you should majorly focus on your first year and final year syllabus, because those are the two syllabus where most of the basic concepts you will find. Next is strong at one of the major subjects. Now while explaining the examination pattern, wait a minute, I'll load it. Here I already mentioned that pharmaceutics, pharmaceutical chemistry and pharmacology are having the major weightage of marks. Okay, so if you should be always strong at one of the three subjects minimum. Okay, suppose you are strong at pharmaceutics and no one can beat you in pharmaceutics. If that level of strongness is there, pharmaceutics alone can fetch you 152 marks. So any of these core subjects can fetch you almost 60 to 70% of the total marks required for the qualification easily. If you see the cutoff, it was just 163 marks, and getting 152 marks just from one subject, it's not a small thing. So that's why if you are strong at one of the core subject also, it will fetch you too much marks, and hence you have to strong enough at one of the subjects, and if you are weak at all the three subjects, try to make it strong point so that you can easily qualify GPAT. Coming back to the points, next is make and study through your own notes. Making your own notes is very important for qualifying the GPAT examination. While you are studying, many people will be like referring too many books for the preparation, you will be referring too many videos online for the preparation. All thing is good, but if you don't make your own notes, revising all these things will be very difficult for you, because all those things you can't revise just before 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 month before the examination. That's why have a habit of making your own notes. You might even have observed that while going for final examination, if you have your notes handy, you can easily revise even in 1 hour of time. Let it be a whole semester syllabus or whole year syllabus, still if you have your own notes, you can revise in 1 hour 2 hours of time easily. Making your own notes makes the revision better and easier, and it also makes you understand the concepts more clearly. So that's why it is must that you should have your own notes for the GPAT exam preparations. Okay, now how do you initiate the preparations? Because as of now you all will be thinking that you are at a ground zero level and you have to start the preparation from the zero level. So how should we initiate the preparation? How should we start the preparation? The first thing you need to consider for starting the preparation is always consider that you are not at zero level. See, since last 3 years or 4 years you are studying in the B Pharmacy course, and you have learned somewhat, and something out of that is definitely stored in your brain. So definitely you are not at a zero level. You have prepared something. Definitely you might not have at that time keeping in the mind that yes, this may come for GPAT or this will not come for GPAT, but still it will be there in the back of your mind. Hence you should keep in your mind that you are never at zero level when you are starting for the preparation. So what will be the first step for starting the preparation of the GPAT examination? This is the technique I also followed, my friends also followed, and this is a very efficient technique I am telling you to start the preparation. That the first step in starting the preparation is solve the previous year question paper. First 2020 question paper you solve initially without any prior preparation for the same. So it means suppose today I want to start my preparations for the GPAT. Let me first check the printout of a 2020 question paper, or let me just take online look on the 2020 question paper, and then solve that question paper and see how much marks you are getting. But for solving today, do not priorly prepare for the examination. You know why? Because when you will be going to give the GPAT examinations, no, in last 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, you won't have time to completely study and prepare from for the last 4 years of syllabus or the complete syllabus of the GPAT. That's why. So while giving GPAT examination, keep in mind that you have to give the examination based on what you already have in your brain. So that's why without any prior preparation, just take a print of the question paper and start solving it and see how much marks you are getting. Once you get the marks, see how much you are away or far from the cutoff. Okay, how much difference between your marks is there and how much is the actual cutoff. The cutoff was 163, then how much you got? Did you got somewhere more than 163, or less than 163? Less than how much less? Did you got around 150? Did you got around 130? Did you got around 100? Or even less than 100? See, anything you get doesn't matters. Even if you get 70 marks, that's also fine. If you get 50 marks, that also fine. Doesn't matters, because this is, you are just starting for the GPAT examination, and by solving this paper you just come to know that as of current scenario where you stand and how much more you need to prepare to reach the cutoff marks, to reach the 163 point, how much more you need to score, and hence how much more efforts you need to put in order to qualify the examination. And the next step is understand which calculation to qualification suits you. This is a very fascinating term, calculation to qualification. This, I'll give you more details about this calculation to qualification in my third part, but if you understand and solve the question paper as per this calculation to qualification concept, no, I'll guarantee you can easily qualify. And while looking to third part, you will also get a belief that this GPAT examination is not just difficult to qualify, it's very easy to qualify. Just you need to understand this calculation to qualification concept, that I'll get back to you in the third part. So how to study? All people will be having a question in their back of the mind, that how should we start preparation for GPAT, how to study for the GPAT, we don't know anything, how much should we study for GPAT, all those things. So the first step towards studying the GPAT is, as I already told, strengthen your one of the core subject, because almost 70% of qualifying marks just one core subject can give you. Okay, so strengthen at one of your core subject. It may be physics, it may be chemistry, it may be ecology, whichever you might be strong at. Generally all the students have a particular subject at which they are strong at. Just identify your strength. Okay, then is to don't just focus on one subject, you have to study all the subjects. Just don't focus on one subject, but spend more time for preparing those three subjects, the core subjects: pharmaceutics, chemistry and ecology. Here again and again I am mentioning the core subjects because those are fetching you majority marks. So just spend more time preparing for pharmaceutics, chemistry and ecology. And here when I am telling pharmaceutics, chemistry and ecology, it is by default that the subjects related to this particular subjects are also included in it. Okay, for example, in ecology it also includes anatomy and physiology, pathophysiology and toxicology. All these things are a part of ecology, including the pharmacology itself. So everything you should study. Practice at least one set of question paper every week and check for improvement in your performance. You have to study every day. You study at the end of the week, decide one day, and on that day you have to practice one set of question paper and see how much marks you are improving. Okay, and that set of question paper you can download from internet, or you can consider buying a practice test series online where you will be given with many test papers such. Okay, from there you can practice. Okay, and next point is try to study chemistry and ecology in a combined manner by correlating both. Here when you are studying, you have to correlate various subjects. When you are studying for the GPAT examination, try to correlate various subjects. For example, chemistry and ecology. Suppose in chemistry I start drugs acting on CNS. In ecology also same topics will be there. Just here you study with perspective of chemical properties. Here you study with perspective of pharmacological properties. So you study both together so that you can correlate both the subjects. And consider buying for a practice test series online. It will cost you 1/10 of coaching classes fee. Okay, many of you will be thinking to go for coaching classes for GPAT examination because their results are generally 50 to 60% of students easily qualify GPAT. Sometimes even 80 to 90% of students also qualify GPAT, go to coaching classes. But what is that secret which differs the students who goes to coaching classes and does not goes to coaching classes? The difference is just practice. I already mentioned that practice makes the man perfect. So that's why what you just do is go online. I'll also give few links in the description box. You just go online and you may consider buying a practice test series. It won't even cost you 1/10 of the coaching class fee. Coaching class fee starts from somewhere around 15,000 to it ranges even up to 60,000, 70,000. But practice test series, it will hardly cost you even 1,000 rupees. You can get a good practice test series online in just 40,000 1,000 rupees. And in that you can also means the interface of that particular online test series are like similar to that of the interface of the softwares on which you are going to give the examinations. Second thing is, when you purchase a practice test series online, it will be like some money you invested, so you become more responsible and you try attempt more and more in order to qualify GPAT. You put your more and more efforts for the preparation. What trick all the coaching classes follow is they teach for the whole week, and at the end of the week they organize a test, and in that test they try to prepare students for the GPAT examination. That test is similar to the GPAT examination. So hence the coaching class also follow the same technique that they teach, and at the end of the week they give practice for all the students. And that's how, through more and more practice, when the students are appearing for the actual examinations, they don't feel anything new and the examination goes as usual, and hence it helps them to qualify the examinations. Then coming to the next point, never miss out your regular classes for the GPAT preparations. They do play an important role. So when you are going to regular classes in your college, always focus in your regular classes, because the things which you get taught in the regular classes are also a part of your GPAT syllabus. Hence it's not like that, yes, I'll miss out all the regular classes, I'll study hard for the GPAT examinations. No, you should also focus in the class so that your preparation for the GPAT goes well. And do remember, by self reading you cannot always make your concepts clear, but if you focus in class, the understanding of the concepts gets better and better. Next is to not stress out on any point of time, because the people who get stressed out tends to forget lots of things they have already learned. So even while writing the examinations, before the day of the examination, before 2 weeks of the examination, or at any point of time, do not stress out with the studies. Do not get overburdened with the studies. So if you do not stress out, the better you will remember, and hence you can easily qualify. Focus majorly on first year and fourth year. As I already told, they are asking more and more from your basics. So the basics are generally taught in first year and the final year. That's why you focus majorly on this 2 years syllabus. Try to make the concepts clear, because if your concepts are clear, your basics are clear, it will be easy for you to solve more and more questions in the examination. Make and study with your own notes. The making of your own notes is very important, and it also helps a lot when you are revising the whole thing when the GPAT exam is approaching nearer. That's why it is very important to make your own notes. And at the last, dedicate just 1 hour daily for the preparation of GPAT examination. Not too much, not too less, because if you study too much, you will tend to forget everything. And I guess 1 hour will be fine if you study. If you want have a question at how much should I study, this is more than sufficient. Now the 2 weeks before exam, this is the most crucial time before the GPAT examination. During these 2 weeks, do not try to study any new topic which you have not studied till date. Generally, your GPAT examinations will be held in the 3rd week of January. So consider in the month of January, do not try to study any new topic, because even if you study, it is not guaranteed that you will remember only at the time of examination. And most important thing is, if you start studying new topics, you won't get time to revise. So what you should do, you should revise from the notes that you have made for the GPAT preparations. Till that time you have prepared so many notes, no, almost it will be around 1 to 2 notebooks, it will get filled with those notes. You just revise from those notes for 2 weeks. Okay, don't get stressed out. this is the time where maximum students will be stressed out for the examinations. You should not get stressed out during this time, because if you get stressed out you will tend to forget all those things which you have studied before. Solve at least 4 to 5 question paper sets during this period, because it will make you more and more familiarized with the question paper pattern, and because you have already prepared, it will also give you confidence by looking at the good marks which you get during this practice test. And when you are giving examination, you will feel like it was similar that to what you attempted in practice, and feeling nothing new, it will be easier for you to qualify. And this is the most important point: stop studying at least 2 days before exam. Yes, because GPAT examination is like what you studied and remember since last 4 years. It's not just one day before or 2 day before. If you want, you can solve one question paper in those 2 days, but don't take too much load of studies in this 2 days before exam, because if you have already studied since many months and years, this 2 day will be just like adding a drop or two into the ocean. But if you, anyway, because of studies, if you get tensed, you get stressed out, you will tend to forget all those things. Okay, and one day before the examination, get a visit to the center so that you get familiar with the area. So thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding this video pertaining to GPAT, please mention in the comment section. Please like this video, share it with your friends so that they also get good tips for the preparation of the exam, and subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell icon. In the third part of this video, I'm gonna discuss you regarding the calculation to the qualification. What I already mentioned in this video, I'll explain you in detail what is the calculation to the qualification. And do not forget to watch that video, because if you follow that technique, you will get a good confidence that yes, you can easily qualify GPAT. Thank you and have a good day.